When Jeff started in 1985 as a special deputy, that's how he started his career. He worked for 2.5 years as a special deputy. Do you know what your starting salary was?
As a special?
As a special.
Like $9.25.
Ooh, no. $6.80 an hour. This is starting salary here in 1985.
Wow.
But then you were hired full-time in 1988, and your starting salary then was
$9.50.
$9.50, correct, yes. And ironically, he worked for Super X at the time. And do you remember what your salary there was when you left?
When I left, I was getting $16.50 an hour, and I came here for $9.50.
Yeah.
So it wasn't for the money.
No, not at all.
Well, I've worked with Ace, with Deputy Schwitz for 30 years now, and he really represented all the ideals of law enforcement. He's a hard worker, honest as the day is long, just a great guy, a community support, a good person in the community, honest. There's nothing you could ask for that Ace wouldn't do for you as a police officer, and so he's been an outstanding addition to the Sheriff's Department, and we'll definitely miss him.
The Sheriff's Office has roughly about 200 employees, 201 employees, and 43% of the employees right now were not even born when Jeff started at the Sheriff's Office. So that says something about the amount of experience that he has.
He's always got a positive attitude. He's been here for what most other people would think is more than a career. And he always came to the department with the attitude that I can make the place a better place on a daily basis. He was happy to be here.
So one of the questions on his application is, why do you desire to make the change to this position? And he said, and this was back in 1987, he said, I enjoy working as a deputy, and the county has excellent benefits and personnel. So I appreciate that vote of confidence. I like help preventing crimes and accidents by being on duty. I can communicate well with the public, and I do my best to assist them. And what he says here, the next line, he says, I feel I can give 30 years of excellent service to the county. That was back in 1987, so I thought that was kind of cool.
I think he gave a ton of kindness. He gave leadership and compassion through his years of service, definitely. Super guy.
I've known Jeff for over 3 decades. Not only do I consider him, part of the Sheriff's Office family and a staff member here, but he's a good friend of mine. He's a mentor to me. I started here in 1991 as part-time, and he was basically my field training officer. I spent hundreds and hundreds of hours riding along with him. So I told him that I wouldn't be here, told him this morning that I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. So I have a sincere appreciation for him.
I've known Ace since I started, and I think more than any deputy officer I've ever met, he was ready to help anybody. He was just one of the friendliest people you ever met. Just I think a great mentor to younger officers and deputies, and just a wealth of knowledge with being as long as he has, and just getting involved with so much. He wasn't just that he focused on one thing. He could do a lot of different things, and he brought a lot to the table.
But this was on Friday, January 18, 2019. Jeff was on duty and at break at a local restaurant for breakfast. I'm guessing this was probably Sandy's.
Yes.
If you don't know him, he has a tendency to hang out there. And during his meal break, he had a waitress that was serving his meal, and she was stopped by a woman. And after that, her demeanor changed considerably. She just came to the table and she was very, very upset. So what the lady had told Jeff is that the individual that stopped her was hired to make her 1-year-old family member birthday cake. And the individual backed out, said she couldn't do it, and gave her back the money and just left the restaurant. So she was very, very distraught, and Jeff, started asking her questions. Why don't you just go buy one? And the lady's like, I'm working a double shift today and tomorrow, and I just can't do it. So Jeff continued asking, who's it for? What's the individual's name? They like any certain thing. The kid happened to like Cookie Monsters as it. So what did Jeff go out and do? Of course, is that he went out and bought his own birthday cake for the mom. Brought it to her house.
I met her over at the shoe store by Hallmark cards.
Okay, and so going way, way above, would say the call of duty, but I mean, as a human being, I think it's just that just kind of reflects exactly who he is. And he's one of the pillars of this department. I can call, there are several different names of individuals that leave a lasting impression. And Jeff certainly is one of those.
Just dedication, just dedicated to serve. Ace was my FTO when I started back in 2002, and just kind of been a role model to me all along. Just really the work ethic that he brings, the sacrifices he's made for the people of Washington County. That's an admirable skill that we're going to be missing.
That the Sheriff's Department has a long history of community service to our citizens, and that I hope that you bring more history to this department. And what I can say is Jeff, over his 36 through his 36-year career, that all of us should be striving to do exactly what he has done for this agency. So,
1 Adam 12 station.
Go ahead.
430 County. I want to thank all the citizens of Washington County, the Sheriff's Office, all the departments that are listening for a great 33 years and a great career. Schwitz to Schwitz.
Go ahead, Schwitz.
1042. I'm out.
10-4, congratulations on your 13 years and retirement.
Ace, I'm sure you're not going to be a stranger around here, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you around a lot, but hope you can enjoy some time for you and your family now, and just enjoy retirement, well deserved, and we'll take it from here.